upbeat, playful music starts. Hey there, fellow cat servants and cardboard box suppliers. Let me paint a picture for you. You've just come home, giddy with excitement. In your hands is the holy grail of cat entertainment. The Turbo Laser Feather Wand 5000. It costs more than your lunch, but it's worth it for your furry overlord, right? You unbox it, and your cat shows a flicker of interest. In the box, 5 minutes later, the $70 toy lies abandoned, while His Majesty is blissfully wedged into a cardboard square, purring like a V8 engine. Sound familiar? You start to wonder, is my cat broken? Is he doing this just to spite me? Or is this some kind of passive-aggressive comment on my spending habits? Well, wonder no more. Today, we're diving deep into the hilarious secret world of feline logic to uncover exactly why your cat ignores your expensive gifts for a humble cardboard box. And trust me, the answer is way cooler than you think. Before we start, drop the name of your box-loving hooligan in the comments below. Before we unpack this mystery, pun intended, let's remember who we're dealing with. Our cats, despite their sophisticated ability to demand food at 3 a.m., are still driven by ancient, wild instincts. Deep down, that purring loaf on your couch is a tiny, apex predator. They are hardwired to hunt, hide, stalk, and conserve energy for said hunting, hiding, and stalking. Their entire world is viewed through the lens of, can I eat it? Will it eat me? And can I sleep on it? They are creatures of comfort, security, and supreme opportunism. They didn't evolve to appreciate battery-operated mice or organic, gluten-free catnip. They evolved to thrive in dens, caves, and bushes. And in our modern world, what's the closest thing to a perfect, customizable, disposable den? You guessed it. That Amazon Prime box you were about to recycle. First and foremost, the number one reason your cat chooses a box is pure, unadulterated security. In the grand, terrifying savannah of your living room, a cat is both a predator and potential prey. A box is a fortress. It's a fortified position with walls, a ceiling, and the limited number of entry points that can be easily defended against threats like the vacuum cleaner, the neighbour's dog barking outside, or your sudden desire to cuddle them. Inside this cardboard castle, they can observe their entire kingdom without being seen. This feeling of being enclosed, of being untouchable, has a profound calming effect on their nervous system. It's been scientifically proven. A study on shelter cats showed that those given boxes to hide in adapted to their new environment faster and were significantly less stressed. So when your cat hops into a box, they're not just being quirky, they're engaging in a vital form of self-care. It's their spa day, their panic room, their personal do not disturb sign made of corrugated paper. Let's talk about the hunter instinct. Your cat is a stone-cold ambush predator. Their entire strategy revolves around hiding, waiting, and then launching a sudden terrifying attack on an unsuspecting victim, which is usually your ankle as you walk by. A cardboard box is the ultimate military-grade sniper's nest. It provides perfect cover and concealment. From within its brown, unassuming walls, your cat can peek out, assess the tactical situation, and plan their next pounce with the precision of a seasoned general. Those little holes you might cut in the side? They're not just cute, they're strategic murder holes for them to poke a paw through. That expensive toy with the flashing lights, it announces its presence from a mile away. It's a terrible prey. But a box? A box allows your cat to be the sneaky, stealthy hunter their ancestors would be proud of. It's an interactive toy that taps directly into their core predatory programming, making them feel powerful and successful. Another huge factor is stress reduction. Cats are notorious for not handling stress well. New people, new pets, a change in furniture, or even just a loud noise can send their anxiety levels through the roof. A cat's primary coping mechanism for stress and conflict is to run and hide. They seek out small, dark, quiet places where they can feel safe and regroup. A cardboard box is the perfect, readily available therapeutic retreat. It's an isolated space where they can be alone with their thoughts and decompress from the overwhelming chaos of being a house cat. Unlike a fancy cat bed that's out in the open, a box provides a 360-degree shield from the world. It physically and psychologically separates them from whatever is causing them anxiety. So if you've recently had guests over or made a big change in the house and you find your cat living in a box, don't worry. They're not being antisocial, they're just taking a mental health day. Let's get cozy and talk about thermodynamics. Yes, we're bringing science into this. Cats have a higher body temperature than us humans, and they are masters of finding warm, snuggly spots to maintain it. You've seen them chase sunbeams across the floor, right? Well, cardboard is an excellent insulator. It traps their body heat, creating a warm, toasty little micro-environment that is incredibly comfortable. Think of it as a personal, self-heating cat sauna. A plush, fancy bed might be soft, but it's often placed in an open, drafty area. A box, with its confined space and insulating properties, is simply more efficient at creating the perfect nap-time furnace. This is especially true in cooler months or in air-conditioned homes. Squeezing into that small space isn't just a cute quirk. It's a brilliant energy-saving strategy to stay warm and comfortable without any effort. Your cat is basically a furry, purring physicist. Now consider the irresistible texture of a cardboard box. To a cat, a box is not just a structure, it's a multi-sensory amusement park. The corrugated texture is absolutely perfect for scratching. It provides a satisfying resistance under their claws that helps them shed the outer husks of their nails, and it makes a fantastic sound. It's also a perfect canvas for marking their territory, leaving both visual marks and scent markers from the glands in their paws. But the fun doesn't stop there. Cardboard is also incredibly fun to bite and chew. It's soft enough to sink their teeth into, but firm enough to provide a good chew. Unlike your expensive wooden furniture or that plastic toy, chewing on a box is a legal and highly satisfying destructive activity. It's a scratching post, a chew toy, and a bed, all in one. Why would you want a single-purpose toy when you can have an all-in-one entertainment and wellness centre for free? Never underestimate the power of novelty. Cats are incredibly curious creatures. In the wild, their survival depended on constantly investigating their territory for changes, new scents, new threats, or new opportunities. A new item in the house, especially a box, is a major event. It's an uncharted territory that must be explored, sniffed, and ultimately conquered. It smells different. It might have travelled from a warehouse 1,000 miles away, picking up all sorts of fascinating scents on its journey. This newness triggers their exploratory instincts. They must investigate it. That fancy toy you bought? It smells like plastic, and the factory it was made in. The box, however, tells a story, and once they've deemed it safe and interesting, their next instinct is to claim it as their own by rubbing their face all over it, and of course, sitting in it. It's not just a box, it's a new piece of real estate, and they're ready to move in. Let's compare the experience. Many expensive, high-tech cat toys are designed to appeal to humans. They have flashing lights, robotic whirring sounds, and complex mechanisms. To a sensitive cat, this can be overwhelming and even frightening. It's sensory overload. A box, on the other hand, is the epitome of simplicity. It doesn't make loud noises, it doesn't flash, it doesn't move unpredictably. It just is. It's a blank slate. This allows the cat to be in complete control of the play experience. They can use their imagination. The box can be a cave, a race car, a spaceship, or a fort. They decide what it is and how they interact with it. It doesn't force a specific type of play on them. This freedom is far more engaging and mentally stimulating than a toy that only does one thing. It's the difference between being given a video game and being given a set of Legos. One has a script, the other has infinite possibilities. Think about the scent. A cat's sense of smell is about 14 times stronger than ours. To them, The world is a rich tapestry of scents that we can't even begin to imagine. A cardboard box that has travelled through the mail system and sat in your home is like a newspaper full of fascinating stories. It carries the scent of every place it's been and every person who has handled it. This is incredibly stimulating for your cat's powerful nose. But more importantly, the porous nature of cardboard quickly absorbs the familiar scents of your home and of the cat itself. As soon as your cat rubs against it or sits in it, the box starts to smell like them. It becomes a part of their territory, a comforting object that smells safe and familiar. An expensive plastic toy, on the other hand, often retains a sterile chemical smell that can be off-putting to a cat. The box becomes an extension of their home, while the toy remains a foreign object. One of the greatest joys in a cat's life is controlled destruction. And let's be honest, we all feel that sometimes. A cardboard box is the perfect victim. It's sturdy enough to put up a bit of a fight, but soft enough to be gloriously, satisfyingly destroyed. Your cat can bite it, shred it with their claws, tear off little pieces and remodel it to their heart's content. And what happens? Nothing. You're probably not going to yell at them for destroying a piece of trash. This is a guilt-free outlet for their destructive impulses. Trying to do the same to your new sofa or the leg of your dining room table would result in a very different reaction. The box gives them a safe and approved way to indulge their wild side. It's a temporary piece of property that they are allowed to completely demolish. For a creature that has to follow so many house rules, this freedom is pure bliss. A box is not just a passive object, it's a problem-solving toy. It engages a cat's intellect in a way that many one-dimensional toys cannot. How do I get in? How do I fit in this ridiculously small space? How can I attack the feather wand from inside this fortress? If I poke a paw through this hole, can I reach that shiny thing? The box presents a series of small, solvable challenges that stimulate your cat's mind. It encourages them to think, plan, and experiment. This mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise for a cat's overall well-being. It prevents boredom, which can lead to destructive behaviours. A simple box becomes an ever-changing puzzle and a canvas for their imagination. It's not just a toy, it's an enrichment activity that keeps their brilliant little minds sharp. It's the feline version of Sudoku, but way more comfortable to sleep in. We have to address the universal law of cats. If I fits, I sits. This is a cornerstone of feline philosophy, and it often applies to boxes that seem comically, impossibly small. Why do they squeeze themselves into tiny containers? It goes back to that feeling of security. The slight pressure of the box's walls against their body is comforting, much like a swaddled baby or a person using a weighted blanket. This constant, gentle pressure can be very calming and reassuring. It makes them feel safe and snug. It's the physical embodiment of a hug. So when you see your huge, fluffy cat pouring itself into a shoebox, it's not because they have a poor judgment of size. It's because they are seeking that maximum level of coziness and security that only a too small box can provide. It's an extreme sport for comfort seekers, and they are the undisputed world champions. When in doubt, blame the ancestors. The wild ancestors of our domestic cats, like the African wildcat, were desert and savanna dwellers. They didn't have plush cat trees or heated beds. What did they have? They had dens. They sought out small caves, hollow logs, and dense thickets to rest, hide from predators, and raise their young. These were small, enclosed, defensible spaces. This instinct to seek out den-like structures is deeply embedded in your cat's DNA. A cardboard box is the perfect modern-day, climate-controlled, conveniently located den. It fulfills that ancient, primal need for a safe personal space. So, your cat isn't ignoring your fancy cat tree. They're simply following a behavioural script that is thousands of years old. They are honouring the ways of their wild forefathers with every nap they take in that chewy box. Here's something every cat parent needs to hear. It's not a personal rejection. When your cat chooses the box over the toy you lovingly picked out, It can feel like a personal insult. We anthropomorphize and think, he doesn't appreciate me. He doesn't love the gift I got him. But cats don't operate on the same social or emotional currency as we do. They aren't thinking about the price tag or the sentiment behind the gift. They are operating on pure, unadulterated instinct. Their decision is based on what feels safest, most comfortable, and most stimulating to their predatory brain. The box simply checks more of their instinctual boxes, literally. So don't take it personally. Celebrate the fact that you have provided them with their favourite thing in the world, even if it was unintentional and free. Your love is shown by providing a safe home, not by buying the most expensive toys. Let's analyse the competition. Why do expensive toys fail? A big reason is that the prey is already dead, so to speak. A toy that just lies there, or moves in a predictable robotic pattern, is not very stimulating. Real prey is unpredictable. It hides, it darts, it freezes a box, while inanimate allows the cat to create the game. They can pretend things outside the box are prey. They can practice their ambush skills. The box itself becomes part of the hunt. Many toys also fail because they don't engage multiple senses. A box, as we've discussed, engages touch, scratching, biting, sound, ripping, sight, hiding and peeking, and smell, new and familiar scents. It's a full-body experience. The best toys are often the simplest ones. A wand toy that you control, a crumpled piece of paper, a bottle cap, because they allow for interactive, unpredictable play that mimics a real hunt. The box is the ultimate simple toy. A box is prime real estate, and every cat needs to mark their territory. In the feline world, ownership is 9/10 of the law, and the law is written in scent. Cats have scent glands all over their bodies, particularly on their cheeks, forehead, chin, and in their paws. When your cat rubs its face all over the corners of a new box, they are not just being cute. They are depositing their unique pheromones, effectively putting up a giant sign that says, "Mine! This box belongs to General Fluffington." Scratching the box does the same thing, leaving both visual markers and scent from their paws. This act of claiming a new object is deeply satisfying and instinctual. It helps them feel secure in their environment. An expensive toy might get a quick sniff, but a new box is a blank canvas just waiting to be claimed and integrated into their territorial map. Don't forget the glorious sound design of a cardboard box. For a cat, with its highly sensitive hearing, a box is a symphony of satisfying noises. There's the subtle scraping sound their claws make when they scratch it. There's the delightful crinkling and tearing noise when they decide to engage in a bit of remodeling. There's the muffled sound of the outside world when they're inside, creating a peaceful, quiet space. Even the sound of them jumping into or out of the box is part of the fun. These sounds are engaging without being overwhelming. Compare that to a toy that might have a high-pitched electronic squeak or a loud, whirring motor. Those sounds can be unnatural and startling. The organic, tactile sounds of a cardboard box are much more appealing and provide a form of auditory enrichment that cats find deeply, deeply satisfying. A box is a judgment-free zone. Think about it. A wand toy requires you, the human, to play with them. A puzzle feeder requires them to be smart. A laser pointer requires them to be athletic. A box requires nothing. It has zero expectations. The cat can sleep in it, play in it, destroy it, or simply sit in it and stare into the void. There is no right or wrong way to use a box. This lack of pressure is liberating. It's a space where they can just be a cat with no demands on their time or energy. It's a completely passive form of enrichment that is there when they want it and ask for nothing in return. In a world where they are constantly expected to be cute or playful or cuddly, the box is a place of pure, unconditional acceptance. It's the Zen master of cat furniture. Let's look at this from your cat's very practical, very feline perspective. It's all about the economics of energy. A cat is programmed to get the maximum reward for the minimum effort. Why spend energy chasing a loud plastic thing around the room when you can have a warm, safe, comfortable, scratchable, chewable, multi-purpose den delivered right to your door for free? It's a no-brainer. The box offers an incredibly high return on investment. It provides security, comfort, and entertainment all in one package, with zero energy expenditure required to acquire it. From an evolutionary standpoint, this is a genius move. Your cat is not being lazy. They are being ruthlessly efficient, just as their ancestors were. They are the ultimate minimalists, understanding that the best things in life are, in fact, free, or at least they come with your Amazon order. It's time for some myth busting. A common thought is, my cat prefers a dumb box, so my cat must be dumb. This could not be further from the truth. The fact that your cat can see the immense potential in a simple object that we humans dismiss as trash is a sign of their superior intelligence and adaptability. They are resourceful, they are creative, they are masters of finding joy and utility in the simplest of things. They are not impressed by price tags or brand names. They are connoisseurs of function, comfort, and primal satisfaction. So the next time your cat chooses the box, don't see it as a sign of simplicity. See it as a sign of their sophisticated, instinct-driven genius. They're not just a pretty face. They're a furry little survivalist and a creative savant who knows a good thing when they see it. You should be proud. Finally, now that you understand the magic, you can become an active participant in it. You can make boxes even better. Don't just toss a box on the floor. Become a feline architect. Cut some extra holes in the sides, one for peeking, one for surprise paw attacks. If you have 2 boxes, connect them to make a tunnel or a multi-room mansion. Toss a small, crinkly toy or a pinch of catnip inside to make it a treasure chest. Put a soft blanket inside for extra luxury. By upgrading the box, you're not only providing more enrichment, but you're also participating in an activity your cat already loves. This shows them that you understand and respect their preferences. It's a bonding experience. So go ahead, unleash your inner cardboard engineer and build your cat the fort of their dreams. You'll be their hero, and it won't cost you a thing. Music swells slightly, so there you have it. The next time you find your cat in a state of pure bliss inside a cardboard box, you'll know it's not because they're weird or ungrateful. It's because that simple box is a perfect storm of security, comfort, instinct, and fun. It's a fortress, a hunting blind, a warm bed, a scratching post, and a stress relief chamber all in one. You haven't failed as a cat parent by buying the wrong toy. You've succeeded by accidentally providing the perfect one. At the end of the day, these little quirks are why we adore them. We love them for their 3 a.m. zoomies, their questionable taste in toys, and their unwavering belief that any box, no matter how small, is the best place on earth. They keep our lives interesting and honestly a whole lot funnier. If this video helped you decode your own little weirdo, do us a favour and hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the feline mind. Share this with a fellow cat parent who needs to see it. And for our final question, what is the most ridiculous non-toy item your cat is absolutely obsessed with? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and give your cat a pet from us, preferably while they're sitting in a box.